My name is Nick, so usually you would hear Ben Smith at this time, but he is not with us this evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you. It's very early in the morning for me right now, but I think he's doing some study, so study is extremely important to get an education. So he's not going to be able to join us today, so I'm going to fill in for him this week. We also have a special guest with us as well, Giamma. How are you, my friend? All the way from Italy. How are you going this afternoon where you are, or evening? What time is it where you are?
Yeah, hello everyone. Here are 8 o'clock p.m. So there is a nice day, and I'm very pleasure to be here. Also because I'm very slow in this track, so I like to see the other drivers to spawn.
Excellent. That's one of the reasons I do commentaries, because I'm pretty slow everywhere as well. So, all right, cool. So we're about to get underway. I'm excited for this one. This will be really good. Haven't commentated on this league for a little while this season, anyway. We're at Suzuka, so it's we're going to do 27 laps tonight of the Suzuka circuit, 5.8 kilometers, 18 turns. We're looking pit lane time about 23.5 seconds. This will be interesting. So I didn't get a chance to check all through the lobby. I know Frog LaBelle won last week. Honesy was up there as well, and I can't remember who the other podium was. I wrote the race report from it, but the main thing is that Frog LaBelle had his first win last week, which was fantastic for him. And the German with the hard to pronounce username from Guggenheim is back. So it's great to see him back, and I'm looking forward to this one because I'd really like to see Cornet's in there as well. I was hoping to see Honesy. That would have been good to see Honesy, Funf, and Cornet, but doesn't look like it is to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we'll get a good race anyway. It's been cracking racing this season, the first three races, and we've raced at some pretty good circuits, don't you think, Giamma? Have you enjoyed the season so far?
Do you mean in this track or in general?
In general, just the season so far that we've had.
Yeah. It's a very nice season, this one. Also because there is a real distances between the first positions, and every driver is very as the pace in each track. Corne, Fonf, also Orocolo, my teammate that unfortunately cannot join today, but has found the right pace. So I think that is an incredible season, this one.
Yeah, he's had both you guys in the Ferraris have had some really good pace this season, actually. So it's been good to watch you. But in your Ferrari today, Domi Lee is in there as well. So from Nemesis Racing League, and looks like George as well. I don't think I've seen that username before. So potentially first time in this league, and we've got Henry Rogers. So I only commentated on a race with Henry Rogers not so long ago. So the second one in a matter of hours. But so we've got cars out on track. If you've only just joined us, this is in SFR. We have it's a short qualifying. We should probably go through the standings. What do you reckon? Where are we? So a little bit.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
What's the
standing?
Can you tell us who the championship leaders are at the moment?
Actually, is Funkf that has won Austria and Monaco, but hasn't raced in so he has 50 points. And behind him there are Cool Beans with 36, Fragolabel with 35, Orocolo with 34, Rainer with 32 points, and Honzi with 30.
Nice.
And also Corne with 28. So it's an incredible season after 3 races.
It's very close. What about constructors? Have you got the constructors there as well?
Yeah. Also constructors. The lead is on McLaren thanks to Funk with 50 points, and behind there is with 47, Ferrari with 45, and after that Alpha Tauri with 37, Renault with 35, and Williams with 34. So also the constructor title is tough.
It's pretty tight at the moment. So those Ferraris are doing all right as well in P3 with you and Oricale. So we'll have to see if what happens after this round. So it looks like Lasse Haverhals is about to set the first time lap. So he's going to come around in a 1:26.9. So he goes P1 for now. Schietto then comes through as well. So he goes a 1:26.9. And then Rainer was the 1:27.5. So the time's starting to filter in just through now. I'll try and keep up with it. I think Big Boy is out there as well. So he goes a 1:27.6. We've got a Red Bull of Cool Beans. His teammate Righty Boy goes a 1:27.6. Cool Beans is about to... No, he doesn't. He decides to pit. What about Van Rocco? He's invalidated his lap. Delta Lima, his teammate's had a cracking season so far. It's a very slow time, so he's going to have to go again. I think Cornet is out there as well. So he's just going to come through up the back straight, almost through the 130R now. So we'll keep up with him. What those times surprising for you, or pretty much on par with what you thought round the fast times would be this week?
Yeah, Rogers has set a very good lap, thinking that there is the first lap. So, but more or less, I think that the pole position could be set near 26, not under it, because with short quali, I don't think that there is the chance to set a 25.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see. We've got Funf Kugelnice. He sets a 1:26.2, so he goes top of the timesheets. So he's got to have a go at getting to that 1:25 this week.
Maybe.
We'll see, but I would say a 1:25 is going to be pretty difficult to get to. But we'll see. Red Dog's out there right now. Just trying to pick up the other drivers. I think Will Ans is behind him. So we're already a third of the way through. Currently it's Funf Kugelnice. He sits 1:26.2 atop of the timesheets, followed by Henry Rogers and Cornet as we watch Red Dog just come through Casio Square now. The final turn crosses the line with a 1:27.9, so that's good enough for P11 for him. And we've got a few other drivers out there as well. So we saw Van Rocco, he invalidated his lap early. He's at 1:28.4 down in P12, and it's a busy track right now, so a lot of cars that are out there. I think Cool Beans is on an out lap, and we've got quite a few other drivers as well. So Mike Edwards, Adamar, George, and Viet. So I commentated with Viet last night, my time, and I told him that today there's no quitting. Last time he raced and I commentated, he quit. So I said you can't quit tonight. You have to you have to keep going. So good luck to Viet. He's representing the commentators this evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you are. It's 4 a.m. here for me, Australian time. I hope it's a little bit more friendly hours for wherever you are watching on the CCR network. Hit the like button and the subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes you about 2 seconds to do as well. So let's see. We've got 4 drivers, 5, 6 on out laps. I think Viet has just begun his timed lap. So we'll jump on board with him. We've got just over 10 minutes left, and at the moment it's Funfulganice who's on top of the timesheets, followed by Henry Rogers, Cornet. Where's last week's winner, Frog LaBelle? He's down, yet to set a time in that Renault. So we'll see what he's got in store for us, as well as Cool Beans, another usual front runner up there as well. Everyone's out on the softs. Is that what you would do, Giamma? You go on the soft tyre around here?
Yeah. I think. Do you mean the strategy?
Yeah. Qualifying.
Yeah, I think that soft medium is the best strategy, but maybe you can choose to try the undercut. I don't know if it will work the undercut here, but maybe you can have the pit some laps earlier and shift to soft hard.
Okay, so possibly a soft hard, as we saw Viet going purple sector 2. He just gets pretty untidy there out of the Casio square. He has a 1:28.9, so it's good enough for P13. I thought he was looking good for a pretty handy lap then, but wasn't to be. We've got the Ferrari of Domi Lee's done quite a few laps.
Is finishing his lap.
Yep. Here we go. So he's about to cross the line. A 1:26.6. So that's good enough for P4. Right now we've got just under 9 minutes left, so we're just over the halfway mark. Domi Lee's retired from the session as well, so I'm not too sure what's happened to Domi Lee. George, I've not seen this driver in the league before. Do you know anything about him? Oh, we see Will Lance coming through Dunlop. He's lost it just as he's entered the corner there. Hasn't hit the wall, hasn't got any damage, so he'll be able to continue on. I think last week's winner, Frog LaBelle, just set a lap too, so he is he's gone into P5 with a 1:26.9. So good lap from him. Don't know if Viet is going to be going again. No, I don't think so. All right, so let's get back to it. Adamar yet to set a lap as well. So Adamar, Willans and Mike Edwards all yet to set a lap. Both Mike Edwards and Adamar in the pits right now. So
they have to hurry up.
Yeah, they'd want to get a move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool Beans yeah, go for it.
I would like to underline Delta Lima, that has an incredible pace here, honestly. I didn't expect to have him so high in the standings, and it's incredible because Rogers.
1:26.1 from Henry Rogers, so almost dipping into the 1:25s as we see George go P15 with a 1:28.5. So we want to try and improve on that time. We've still got enough time left to go for him to do that. Just having a look, is Frog LaBelle going for another? No, he's not. Alright, so we'll get back to Exotics invalidated his lap. What about Van Rocco? What's he doing? Is he on a time lap? He is. So he's down in P14, a 1:28.4. He's half a second off. He's a half a second up on his previous best time. I see I think that's Exotic, and the Haas has gone into the pits in front of him. So let's see what Van Rocco can do. He's on the wheel. So he's not had the greatest season, but to your point, Giamma, on his teammates, Delta Lima, who has had, as you pointed out, a phenomenal season as Van Rocco goes P11. Only 3 spots behind his teammate of Delta Lima. But yeah, he's had a fantastic season this season so far. Delta Lima had some really good results. He's been up there in the positions during the race. I think he was top 3 last week for a little bit as well after all the pit stops were happening. So he's had a great season. So I think it's a bit more than his Cool Runnings inspired helmet. He's he's dramatically improved from the season before.
Yeah, exactly. I think in general the general level of drivers is improving race after race here. So it's very nice to see it.
Yeah, I
from
would.
the driver point of view.
Yeah,
At least from my point of view.
Well, it makes it a bit harder for you, doesn't it? It's a bit more competition, but that's what you want. You know, you want the faster drivers, and that helps make you
exactly.
It makes you a fast driver as well. So Adamar's just setting his first time lap. We've got just over 5 minutes remaining in the session, so we'll see what he can do. Will Ans and Mike Edwards are the other two drivers that are yet to set a time. Adamar goes a 1:27.6, so good enough for P13 for him. I think there's another, I think that might be Van Rocco coming into the pits. So is this Red Dog's teammate Big Boy has invalidated his lap, so he won't be able to come through and set a time. What about Funf Kulganice? He's out there. He's currently P2. He's just gone to Purple Sector 1. So he's on a 1:26.2. Henry Rogers has set a phenomenally fast time of a 1:26.1. So we'll see what the German, he is definitely German, what he can do in his Michael Schumacher, his classic Michael Schumacher helmet there. Coming through Spoon Curve, so one of those curves that you do need a lot of patience with. As you blast down the back straight, there's only one DRS zone on this entire track at the front straight. Can't do it along here, especially through the 130R. As he brakes nice and hard, nice and late for the Casio Square chicane. So we come around the final turn, and he's going to set a 1:26 flat. So almost into the 1:25s. So Funf Kulganice is on provisional pole position right now with a 1:26 flat. You see Adamar just finishing his cool down lap. I think Viet is out there as well.
Also, Froggle is out and he's improving his time.
Alright, we'll keep an eye on Viet. He's just in front of the two Renault drivers. Mike Edwards is on the out lap. Frog LaBelle's on a time lapse, so he might be just behind him. Let's get to Frog for now. So last week's race winner, he's currently P6 with a 1:26.9. So we'll see what he can do. He sets a purple sector 2. So he's definitely going to improve on his time. Didn't see the first sector. So it looks like he hasn't had any issues here to the final part of the lap. He goes a 1:26.7. So he improved slightly. He's in P5. Viet went to P9. So he had a good time there. Who else? We only got one Ferrari. No, we've got two Ferraris. Schietto looks like he's pitted. George. Van Rocco's coming out.
And Domley.
Oh, that's right. No, Domley's disconnected. Oh, he's had an incident, I think. He's in the pits. Lasse Haverhals is on his outlap. So we've got just over 2 minutes left. Just trying to get a grip on where everyone is. Got quite a few drivers on outlaps right now. As the session is about to come to an end. Funf Kulganice has retired from the session as well, so he's a 1:26 flat, currently in P1 right now. We'll see if he can hold on to that. Henry Rogers is out there. Where are you, Corne? He is just coming through Degner 2 now, so he's got a little while yet to go to finish his lap. The two Red Bulls are out there as well, line astern, so might be trying to give each other a bit of a tow. There's one of the Mercedes. This is Delta Lima. Okay, so that's might have been a cool down lap from him. And who else do we have? Rainer Zoo falls on an out lap. Oh, I'll try and pick them all up as we go because we've got just under a minute left. Looks like it's going to be. Yeah.
He's improving.
So let's stick with him for now. So he's about to come through the Casio Square chicane. The sign of, I watched the 1989 Japanese Grand Prix on the weekend actually, so as we see him go 2/10 faster, so 1:26.4 for Cornet. Lasse Haverhals, he is not near the lap yet, so Exotic has just finished his. Foglabell's going to pit. I think we've got Henry Rogers is about to start his lap as well. We've got one of the racing points on a out lap. Exotic, he's just started. Lasse Haverhals, here we go. So he is 600th up on his best time. He's P7 with a 1:26.9. Had a bit of a brake lock up there coming into the chicane, so we'll see what he can do, if he can improve. He does. He still stays in P7. We've got Delta Lima coming through. He remains in 8th position. The two Red Bulls, so which one's going to come through first? Righty Boy. He's 3/10 up. He's in P17. He comes across the line with a 1:27.1, so he gets up into P8. Cool Beans has come into the pits, so I think he might have been giving him a tow. What about Rainer Zufor? He's had a very solid season so far, Rainer. Consistent points finisher, good qualifier, 1:26.7, so he remains in 6th spot. We've got Adama, I think, coming in next as well. Yep, here he comes. He's 3/10 up, coming around the final turn in P17. He goes up to P14. We've got I think
Exotic has done an incredible jump from 16 to 8th position on the grid.
George goes 3/10 faster, but remains in P19. We've got a Will Ann, so he's down in P12. Where are we? Van Rocco finished. I think that's it. I think we've got our grid. Might be Red Dog the only one left.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's Fünf Guggenheis has taken pole position once again with a 1:26 flat. So the German is back and he's on top. Henry Rogers with a 1:26.1. So a very fast time from him as well. So he's in P2. Cornet in P3. Giamma, sorry, not Giamma, I'm commentating with Giamma. Cool Beans in P4, and we'll go through the rest. Giamma, what did you think of the session? It flew by pretty quick. Another pole position for Fünf Guggenheis.
Yeah, incredible. This guy is a rocket. I don't know how he's able to. Cornet is a penalty. 5 positions on the grid.
Okay.
Incredible. Yeah. So, I don't know how he is able to do this, to have this pace in every track. He is very consistent. He has the pace and he's consistent in every track. But also, in the first 6 positions, there are the better drivers of this league.
Yeah, well, he is very consistent indeed. Shout out to Fünf Guggenheis's dad as well. Apparently he watches all these races, so it's a big hello to him wherever he is. Looks like the weather's pretty clear as well, so it doesn't look like we're going to have any dramas with weather. Hopefully Van Rocco's daughter doesn't kick out the internet for him this evening, and we get a good lobby. So just having a look at Ty's strategy right now. Red Dog's gone to the mediums, Adamar as well, Van Rocco, Willans and Viet all starting on the mediums by the looks of things. All the drivers in the top 10 set their times. Delta Lima, good to see him get a top 10 qualifying session as well. We've already touched on his improvement from last season. Frog LaBelle, last week's winner, up there in P4. Cool Beans in P3. Mr. Consistent there. Good, you pointed out Exotic, so he moved up into P7. We didn't pick that up right away, but well done to him. Cornet in P8 after that grid penalty. Righty Boy, he's just been really solid ever since he's joined this league, so another very solid showing from him. Will Anns, after we saw him spin at Dunlop. Big Boy 85 in P13. Van Rocco in 14th, and then Adamar, Mike Edwards, Shetto, George, Dommy Lee, so he had some issues. He's on. It's going to looks like he's starting on the hards. So is Mike Edwards, and then Red Dog is in P20. So we'll just wait for everyone to get underway. It's very specific orders in terms of making sure that we wait for everyone to ready up. We wait for everyone to set their setups before they ready up, and we prevent anyone having any dramas as well. So we'll wait for that to get started, and then we will be underway for what is round 4, season 3, I think. I don't have my notes in front of me, but that sounds about right. Do you have any predictions, Giacomo? I know that we do predictions in this league. Do you have any predictions tonight?
Yeah, I would like to see Corday starting from P8 because he has the pace, definitely. So I'm curious to see him to do a great recovery, I think. But this is a tough track, a difficult one with only one DRS zone. So I would like to see it, and also to because Rogers, I've seen him in one race, and the pace is more or less the same to the German guy. So
I like that, the German guy. Yeah, all right, cool. So this should be good. Yeah, Henry Rogers has definitely got the pace, but yeah, Cool Beans and Frog LaBelle as well. We'll definitely keep a very close eye on them. But looks like we're all set to go. So they're going to begin their warm up lap.
Big boy has chosen at the end the medium tire. Because initially he has chosen the soft, but then the screen has changed it. So
yeah. So we've got the So medium runners is Viet, Will Anns, Big Boy, Van Rocco, Adamar, and Red Dog. So as you pointed out, Big Boy, good qualifying from Big Boy in PP13. Yeah. So good for him. And then Mike Edwards and Dommy Lee have both gone on to the hard. So in terms of tyre life, the softs, you're looking between 9 to 11 laps, roughly will be the window. The mediums between sort of 15 to 17 laps, and then the hards 18 to 20. So we've got a 27 lap race. You can do a soft medium strategy pretty easily. So we'll probably see the soft runners pit around 10 or 11, and then we'll see the medium runners around about 17 for the
Oh, weird as a spin.
Oh no, Vic.
Oh no, weird. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think everything is okay.
Alright, beautiful. So I think for the hard runners as well, it'll be interesting to see when they pick. I would probably say around about that lap 16 and 17 as well. Or they might go a little bit longer to see Will Anns sort of venturing a little bit onto the grass there. But that's our grid, so they're weaving, getting their tyres warmed up. Importance of getting your tyres warmed up. It's like when you go for a run. You've got to stretch before you go for a run, or because if you're old like me and you do that and you don't stretch, you tend to pull muscles and things like that. So same thing with the tyres. Got to warm them up, get them nice and warm, so they're ready to go. So we see George disqualified from the session. So he won't be able to warm up his tyres. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's happened there, but Red Dog at the back. Funf is about to grid up, and we will see the rest of them arrive, and we'll get this one underway. So I'm excited. I haven't commentated SFR for a little while. This is going to be good. Interesting camera angle as well from what we're getting here. Hopefully I can get the camera angle with the lights in it. Oh, I think I can. Yep, so we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Round 4 is underway, so it looks like Funf got a pretty good start. So did Henry Rogers. Cool Beans has moved up already into P2. He's challenging Henry Rogers, they go into the first turn. Froglet Bell's in there as well. Cornet's moved up into P5. Looks like Rainer Zufor's going around the outside of, it's either Exotic or Lasse Haberhaus. It's a little bit of contact, but everyone seems to have made their way through turn 1 without any issue. I don't see any carbon fibre flying. Oh, there's a Racing Point who's just gone off. That was Red Dog, so he's dropped down into P19, and George has managed to finally get away as well. So everyone's got away, no spinners, no crashes, no front wings missing, and we're racing. So it looks like Cornet's trying to move up straight away as well. So he's already in P5. Just having a look at the position change. He's already moved up 3 positions. We're not even halfway through the first lap, but it's Funf Kulgenais leading us away from Henry Rogers, Coolbeans, Frog the Bell, and this man on screen, Cornet F1. So he's down in P5. Looks like we might have had Will Hands might have dropped down, so I'm not too sure what's happened to him. Lasse Haberhaus and Rainer Zufor just moved, changed positions for P6 and P7. On there, alright, this will be a bit easier to see. So it's lap 1, Funf Kulgenais leads them away. Oh, Van Rocco.
Is close.
Oh, something's happened to Van Rocco as well. I'll get back to Cornet. What did you see, Giamma?
Cornet is trying to overtake Frog, and he's done it. Yeah.
Yep, so he's got him through as they've gone through the centre S's there. So nice work from Cornet. So he's up into P4. He had a bit of a rough race last week. I think his qualifying strategy put him on the back foot from the get-go. But he did have the pace to at least get a podium, but it wasn't to be. So I'm sure this week we want to try and make up for that as we're riding on board with Beer as he goes through Degner 2 underneath the bridge. It's a unique characteristic of this circuit. It's the only figure 8 circuit in F1. And Beer is down there in P11. So Cornet making his move up the field. He's only 4 tenths now behind Coolbeans as they go through Spoon Curve. We'll see if he can get a bit of a run on Coolbeans in the Red Bull. Cornet raced in the Red Bull last season, so he'd been pretty familiar with that car as they come through the 130R. Looks like he's got a pretty good run on him. Not close enough yet to get to make a move through Casio Square. I dare say there'll be a move imminent as Funf sets the fastest lap for 130.3. He's 1.2 seconds ahead of Henry Rogers, who is followed by Coolbeans a further 2 seconds down the road. And then the man that we've been talking about is Cornet. As we see Schietto has pitted, so I'm not too sure what that's about, if he's had some sort of damage. As Cornet's going to have to just sit patiently through here, through the centre S's, and as they come up through Dunlop Curve, you might want to have a look into, set him up, have a look into the hairpin, the left-handed hairpin, as Coolbeans gets a little bit out of shape after Degner 1 there. Does that open up the door? It does for Cornet. He's going to go down the inside. Turn 11 at the hairpin, the left-hander, a little bit of a brake lock up, but that doesn't deter him. He moves into P3, so nice move from the Dutchman. Coolbeans has got a little bit out of shape coming out of Degner 1 there, and that was enough to let Cornet through. So nice driving from the Dutchman. He's going to give chase now to Henry Rogers, who's a further 2.6 seconds up the road. So
yeah, he's hunting.
Yeah, I think he wants to definitely make up for last week. I don't think he was particularly happy with how it all went. So we'll keep a close eye on that. It'll be a little while before he gets to Henry Rogers, but we'll make sure we track it. It's a bit of a spread out. Well, it feels not too spread out. Funf is pumping in another fastest lap in those 130s. He's on the pace. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of Henry Rogers now. Just having a look for other drivers. Have you seen anything that I haven't talked about yet, Giamma? What are your observations so far?
There is an incredible train of cars from P8 to P12.
So that's the Exotic, who's the head of the train there. Vit! What's happened, Vit? Oh no! So he's coming through the center S's. That was just through the second part of it. So he's spun around. He's dropped down to P17.
Yeah, it's a very tricky sector, this one.
Dommy Lee. Oh, sorry. Yep, go for it.
No problem.
I was going to say, Dommy Lee's having a good start here. He's already worked his way up into P11 on those hard tyres. So...
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, so
good one to have a part. It means that probably is going to put the soft at the end of the race, so he could have much more pace.
Yeah, so he's got to keep those hards in as good a condition as he can to leave the maximum amount for those soft tyres. Delta Lima, so he's worked his way up to P9, started P10. He's giving chase to Exotic up the front straight here, so he's just half a second behind him. Giving chase to Delta Lima though is Righty Boy. So Righty Boy in that Red Bull, and there's Dommy Lee as well, we just talked about earlier. So you've got a little trio of cars here, and Dommy Lee wants to make it a foursome. So we'll see what he can do. But out in front, it's Funch Guggenheim. He's skipping away a little bit. I think I saw Delta Lima getting a little bit wide as he went through Dunlop. Oh, big brake lock up there into Degma 2. Viet has pitted, so he must have had damage from that earlier spin. Brake lock up there from Delta. He's definitely closing in on Exotic. And Dommy Lee's now fully on the back of these two.
It's close.
I think, we said we had a yellow in sector 1. Thought it might have been, it was a McLaren. It was the McLaren of Viet. It wasn't the McLaren of Funch Guggenheim. So, false alarm.
Righty Boy probably is trying the move.
See if he can pull it off. He's got Exotic in front of him as well there. Not close enough going through the chicane. So this is a good little four-way battle between Exotic, Delta Lima, Righty Boy. As we see, Delta Lima moves past Exotic down into turn 1. Righty Boy's going to try and take advantage of that as well. Ooh, he almost makes contact at the back. Dommy Lee's right behind him as well. So he's getting in on this action too. Can Exotic holding them off? They're all on the soft tyres, so no one has a real tyre advantage. Dommy Lee's the only hard runner amongst this four, but looks like Righty Boy. Oh, Dommy Lee just got on the grass there as he's coming through Dunlop as well. All right, this is some good racing from these guys. We've got all 20 runners still running, which is fantastic, and which is pretty much standard for this league. So the caliber of drivers in this league is pretty high, and the quality of the racing is quite phenomenal too. So Righty Boy down in P10. It's all quiet out. It's all quiet out in front though. It's Funch doing it pretty easy. He's 2 seconds down the road from Henry Rogers. Henry Rogers is a further 3 seconds ahead of Cornet. Coolbeans is just 1 second behind Cornet though, so that's the closest at the front. Rainer Zufor down in P6. He's 3/10 behind Flog the Bell. We'll try and get to that battle in a second. We'll just see if Righty Boy is able to get past Exotic. So Exotic's doing a great job of keeping Righty Boy behind him, and Dommy Lee's just dropped off this group a little bit on those hard tyres. Let's see, can Righty Boy send it into turn 1? He's looking to get down the inside. Exotic leaves him room. Good driving from these two, and Righty Boy is able to take that position, so he moves up into P9. So good driving from Exotic. Didn't squeeze him too tight, and they can both continue on racing. So good job from him. Let's get to
a very clean race.
Yeah. So this is Rainer Zufor. He's in P6. He's giving chase to last week's winner, Flog the Bell. Down in P. This is P5, P6. Just scanning the field right now for any other close battles that we have out there. But this would be pretty much the closest, bar Dommy Lee. Let's get back to him in a second. He's 2/10 away from Exotic. Let's get to that now. So here we go. So coming up, approaching Spoon Curve. Oh, Viet! He's retired. DNF. Better not have been a rage quit, Viet. It better not have told him don't quit. So he's had some sort of incident. He was feeling confident about
Rainer is very close to Frog Label now, the straight.
We'll get to that in a second. We've got Dommy Lee just putting the pressure on Exotic now in P10. It's a little bit of oversteer out of that corner, Exotic. Dommy Lee's got a good run on him along the front straight. He's able to go around the outside. So nice move from Dommy Lee on those hard tyres. Oh no, Rainer's turned around. That's through the centre S's.
Yeah.
Oh, I just caught the very last part of it. Dommy Lee gets a 3-second time penalty. So he's the first driver to get a 3-second time penalty. What happened there, Giamma? Were you watching?
Exactly. Because Rainer has tried to overtake Frog Label at the end of the straight, and he wasn't able to take the car during the turn, take the control of the car. And
he just had a bit of a bump with Red Dog there through Degner 1, Degner 2.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen it from the channel. Yeah, it's a pity because Rainer has the pace to overtake Frog Label probably.
It was looking like they could have had a pretty good battle between there. As the dog sounds like he wants to get on the stream as well at the moment.
Yeah. My bad.
No, you're good. You're all good. What's your dog's name? Kira. Nice. All right.
Yeah. That's up.
So we've got
Delta Lima is pitting.
Yeah, I was going to say we've got our first pit stop of the race. So it's Delta Lima. Sounds like Kira agrees with that strategy as well. So it's a little bit early for the softs. He's gone to the hards though. Those hards will get him home without any issues at all. The other driver to stop is Exotic. So in the Haas. So he's gone to the hards as well. So getting home on those hard tyres won't be any dramas at all.
But I think it's risky, but could work. I think that on the hard here you can do also maybe 22 laps.
Yeah.
So 18 could work at the end of the race. We will see.
Yeah. I think 18's well within that window of performance. As we see Ben Rocco picks up a time penalty, so he's down in P14. I think that was for corner cutting. So we've got 3 drivers with time penalties: Exotic, Van Rocco, and Dommy Lee. None of the drivers at the front. Should start to expect pit stops to roll in very, very shortly. We're lap 9 of 27. So I'd say in the next couple of laps we'll see the soft runners begin to pit. Dommy Lee though, as we see, Henry Rogers, 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pits.
Yeah, exactly.
What's he going to go to? He's going to go to the hards as well. So it looks like the soft hard strategy is the one to be on today. Lasse Haverhals is pitted as well. So he has, let's see what he goes to. He goes to the medium tyre. So I would have thought the soft medium would be the strategy to go. Because you can get home.
Yeah,
from
probably. I haven't calculated that in the quali you can. I don't know how to say, but probably the quali has a role in this strategy shoes. But maybe, in my opinion, Corne, that has an incredible tire management skill, he could do the soft medium strategy. I bet my 2 cents on it.
Love it. All right, well, we'll see what he goes to. He's currently in P2. He's 6.2 seconds behind Finn Kugelnice. So we should start to see those pit stops rolling around. I think here comes Pumph now. So he's pitting. He's going to go to the mediums as well, and Cornet's pitting too. So Pumph is going to the mediums. He's already in and out. And
medium for Cornet.
Alright, so they're both choosing the soft medium strategy. Cool Beans has gone to the hards. So he's decided to go the soft hard strategy. Dommy Lee, in the meantime, he's inherited P2. P1 is Righty Boy. So Righty Boy in the Red Bull. He's gone into first position. Big Boy 85, so he's having a nice run. Obviously yet to pit. He won't pit for quite a few more laps, another sort of 5 to 7 laps. He's in P4 having a good run. The Will Ans in the AlphaTauri, he's up into P5. So he's also recovered from his spin earlier in qualifying through Dunlop. He's having a good race. He's obviously yet to pit. A man who has pitted though and picked up a 5-second time penalty for it is Henry Rogers. He's in P6. He's on those fresh hard tyres. He does have that 5-second penalty next to his name, so that is going to affect his race time at the completion of this race. So we're lap 11 of 27. We're approaching halfway is coming up, but so far it's we've had a good. It's been hasn't been too eventful. We've had some good racing, but no incidents to report. Cornet going around the outside of Adamar up the back straight. Does that pretty easy, well before the 130 yards. Not a place that you want to be going too wide. And he moves up into P7. So it looks like who's pitted? Righty Boy off those.
Rogers is losing time behind Will and Big Boy. He's losing so much time. Straight.
Yep, so he's right behind Gillan. So as they go through the centre S's, so not much room to pass through the S's. As Big Boy 85, he's just coming up on the back of these two as well. But yeah, like you're spot on there, Gianna. Will Ans is holding Henry Rogers up a little bit right now. You want to try and set him up through the Degners.
Oh, Big Boy. Spoon.
Oh, he's gone around that Dunlop. So very easy to do through there. Let's see if Henry Rogers couldn't make a move into the hairpin. So let's see if he can set him up as they go through approach Spoon now and go up the back straight. Doesn't have DRS. He's got plenty of battery left though, Henry Rogers. Will's holding his own though. So Will's fast in his own right. Can be a little bit inconsistent. But yeah, he's doing alright against Henry Rogers right now. See, Henry's going to go around the outside into Casio Square chicane. That's a nice move from Henry Rogers there.
Yeah.
That was really well done.
Very wholesome.
Yeah, he needed to do that. He was fully committed as well. So he moves into P3. Cornet is just behind his teammate Will Ans, so they're usually in a party together. I dare say Cornet will be advising Will to get out of the way when he sees me coming through. And he'll move up into P4. But it's that man again, Funfkulganice, out in front. He's doing it pretty easy. Dommy Lee yet to pit on those hard tyres in P2. And Henry Rogers, who has pitted on those hards. So that 5-second time penalty is going to come back to bite him, unfortunately. Otherwise, he would be on for a pretty handy result. As we see...
Tim Morder has arrived in the AlphaTauri team.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the team orders... the team orders have been obeyed. So, good spot there, Giamma. Nice work. So, Cornet moves into P4. Will Ans moved over for him. Who else do we have out there? Rainer Zufor. So Adamar gets a 3-second time penalty. So Rainer Zufor just recovering from his earlier incident. He's down in P15, battling it out with Exotic. So let's see if he can move past the American in the Haas. And yeah, So the race has kind of settled down. We're over halfway now. We're lap 14 of 27. We haven't had too much action going on. Cool Beans though, he's in P7. He is renowned for not getting any penalties. He's penalty free right now. And he's just moved up into P6 past Adamar. So nice move by Cool Beans. You see poor Van Rocco gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he won't be particularly happy with that. He's down in P15. So he's just moved to the hard tyres as well. So most of the pit stops have been completed. We're just waiting for Dommy Lee, Will Ans, Adamar and Big Boy, as well as Shieto as well. So I think Shieto had an issue in the beginning. He had to pit pretty early as well. So wouldn't expect the medium runners another 2 or 3 laps before they pit. Until then, we've got Exotic, so he's giving chase to Big Boy. He's having a decent race. I think he started P13, he's in P12. What are your thoughts so far, Giamma, on the race overall?
Yeah, I will see Corne if he's able to catch Rogers, because if I know Corne well, he will like to overtake him on track. Thanks to the time penalty. So yeah, we'll see. And I don't know why Frog Label is struggling here, because I think that potentially it could be one of the top 3 drivers in the league, and I don't know, maybe he doesn't like the track very much.
Yeah, possibly. It's that sort of, you know, some tracks are better suited to drivers than others. You see Rayner running very wide through the final turn out of the Casio Square chicane. He's going to go down the inside though of Exotic. He is able to complete that going through turn 1, turn 2. So Rayner Zufall moves up into P13.
Nice one.
So a nice move from Rayner there. Has been a very consistent driver. He's one of the fast drivers. Who do you so you obviously race in this league, so for anyone who's watching for the first time, firstly welcome, hit that like and subscribe button. But who do you oh, he picked up a 3-second time penalty coming to a general one. That's easy to do, easy to cut that corner. Yeah, so who do you like racing against in this who do you find most enjoyable to race against in this league? Who do you, oh no, I think Van Rocco's out.
Oh,
dear.
Was my man here.
All right,
On the other hand, Delta Lima. I was looking at Delta Lima because thinking about that Atomar and Willans, and also Dommy Lee.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but we've got a safety car here. That was perfect for Dommy Lee.
Oh,
so he's
incredible.
gone. So that was Van Rocco who set off the safety car. So Funf is pitted, Will Ans is pitted, Dommy Lee, as well as Cool Beans and Adamar. Corne's just picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. So the cars in P1, P2 both have penalties. Dommy Lee...
Delta Lima is going on.
Oh, here we go. So Delta Lima's continue to go through. So he's only got 6-lap-old hards. So that's probably the best decision for him to make. He's going to have some fast drivers behind him though. Funf is out in 3rd. Dommy Lee's slowing down there for George. Not too sure what George is doing there, but yeah, this is great stuff. That safety car came at the absolute perfect time for Dommy Lee.
Incredible.
All right, so drivers down in front. Let's look at their penalties. So Henry Rogers has a 5-second time penalty. Cornet has a 3-second time penalty. So that is going to come into play at the end of this one. We've got 11 laps left, so we've still got a fair way to go. But as Van Rocco was the one who set that safety car off, so I'm not too sure what happened to him. But it's going to take a little while for us to get this back sort of under racing, because the field is quite spread. I don't know if this opens up opportunity.
I have a tip from Van Rocco. He told Dunlop got me.
Ah, okay. So he's not
we
the
have
first.
Our answer.
Yeah, beautiful. So good work, Giamma. So Cornet goes around again. So he's not pitting. I think there's an Alfa Romeo in there. That's Henry Rogers. I don't know if he'll be able to serve his time penalty. He is. Okay, so he's going to serve his penalty. This is good.
And put the soft.
Yep. And he's going to be able to...
Great move.
Yeah, so he's going to... He'll come out behind Domi Lee in P6, but obviously under safety car position. So nice strategy, nice thinking from Henry Rogers there. That puts him well in the mix now. We saw him, what did he qualify? P2, P3, he was up there. This has set us up for a great finish. So Delta Lima in P3 on those 7-lap-old hard tyres. He's going for it. He's decided, I'm going to have a crack at this. Cornet's on 5-lap-old mediums. Fumph is on fresh mediums. And so Domi Lee, Henry Rogers, Will Ans and Cool Beans, as well as Adamar Frog LaBelle, last week's winner, all on fresh softs. As well as Lasse Haberhals, Righty Boy, Big Boy 85. Yeah, so everyone's pitted pretty much. This has set us up for a cracking finish. It is going to take us a little while though, I think, to bunch the field back up again and get us underway. But looks like the safety car's picked up Cornet F1 up the back straight there. So hopefully we can get this, get the field all compressed again and go back racing. But we're set for a good finish, Giamo. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, incredible. I hope that this is not going to ruin the Delta Lima race, because now it's hard to keep all these drivers with the soft tires behind. It depends how much will stand the safety car on the track.
Yeah, so that's an excellent point. So it's going to be difficult for him to keep a lot of those faster drivers behind him on the fresh soft tyres and medium. But we'll see. He's shown massive improvement. He's clearly the number 1 driver at Mercedes this season. With Van Rocco, he's struggling with that wheel a little bit, adjusting. But a bit of time, a bit more effort, and he'll be fine. So, but Delta Lima's flying the flag for Mercedes. He's on those 8-lap-old hards. So it's not going to be another 9 laps on them. Will be well within their lifespan. So we'll see what he can do. You just hope that there's no mistakes made and he doesn't crash out or anything like that. So looks like the field is starting to catch up now. We've got just the remaining cars coming through the S's. Mike Edwards in the pits right now. He's going to the soft tyres. So hopefully he can get a little bit of a wriggle on. And get caught up. So I was commentating with Viet last night my time, and he was talking about just how you can manipulate the safety car a little bit, especially around Monza. If you pit you're ahead of the guy in front, you can actually pit and then just trundle around really, really slowly. So keep the safety car out a little bit longer and preserve your tyres. I don't think you can really do it at a track like Suzuka. Tracks like Monza, it's much easier to do. So I don't think Mike Edwards is going to do that. Oh, as we see Henry Rogers. So he's had a bit of an excursion there. I don't know what happened. He's just trying to keep.
Yes, lost was 1 position, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So and he's been hit again by Will Ans. So I have no idea. Will Ans has got a 5-second time penalty for it. I have no idea what is going on between those two. But Will Ans didn't get any damage either. So not too sure what's going on there. We'll leave that for the stewards. I think Ben's one of the stewards. He's not commentating this week. I hope he's studying hard for whatever it is. I think it's finance is what he studies, so but he might have to address that this week. So looks like the field is almost fully bunched up. Mike Edwards just coming through turn 1 now. We should be ready to go racing after this lap. After this after this lap. So it's Cornet from Funfkulganais, Delta Lima in P3, Dummy Lee P4. So he's had a cracking race, Dummy Lee. So he is in contention for a podium or even a win. Filling in as a reserve for the man I'm commentating with, Giamma, and his teammate, your teammate Oricale, who's not racing this evening. Will Ans in P5, Henry Rogers in P6. So Dominic Lee, Will Ans and Henry Rogers all have time penalties, as does Cornet. The man who never gets time penalties, Cool Beans, is in P7. Adamar, he's very consistent with his with not getting penalties. Adamar in P8 also has a penalty. Frog Labelle, last week's winner, in P9. Lassa Haberhals rounds out the top 10 with 5 seconds worth of penalties. Ina Zufor also has 3. So we talked about, will Delta Lima be able to keep the fast guys behind him? He doesn't have penalties right now. So that's one thing that he does have at his advantage, is that he doesn't have any penalties.
Yeah.
All right,
for sure.
About to cross the sector 2 line. Yes, we are definitely going to go racing. Fantastic. All right, this will be good. This is the battle that we've wanted, isn't it? Cornet versus Fun.
Yeah, incredible.
For the win, for the lead. So let's see, these are two of the fastest drivers in the league, if not the 2 fastest. Maybe Giamma, would you be the 3rd fastest? Would we say that?
I don't think.
All right, so safety car's pitted. Henry Rogers just picked up another time penalty as well. But here we go. So Cornet gets back underway. Funf is giving chase, goes around the outside of turn 1. No, he can't pass him through there. So they're all coming through now. Delta Lima's dropped down into P3. So into P4. So Dommy Lee was able to take him through the first turn there. Cornet's able to keep Funf behind him. I reckon Cornet really, really wants this after last week. He wants to prove how fast he really is. Will Ans coming through Dunlop. Looks like there's a Ferrari in there as well. That's ghosted out, but everyone's managed to get going again on the restart. This is Adamar and Lassa Haberhals as well, going at it. Big Boy gets a 3-second time penalty. Henry Rogers has dropped down into P7. Just waiting for those intervals to come through. But it's Cornet keeping Funfkulganais behind him. Dommy Lee on the soft tyres. So those fresh 3-lap-old soft tyres giving chase to Funfkulganais as they go through Spoon Curve. We're set up for a cracking last 7 laps. Delta Lima holding his own though, so he's keeping Will Ans behind him right now, and Cool Beans, and he still doesn't have a penalty. So this is great stuff by him. Let's see if he can get a sneaky podium. That would be fantastic to see. So we'll keep an eye.
Rogers has lost the position.
So he's back down into P7.
With Cool Beans.
Looks like Mike Edwards might have turned around there as well, coming through the chicane. So there was just a brief yellow flag in sector 3 there. But
Dommy Lee is trying to be near Funf. Incredible.
He's trying to hang on, but as we've seen, Funfkulganais is extremely quick. Adamar moved past Henry Rogers, so Henry Rogers is dropping down. I wonder if he's got some damage. Oh, he does. So he's got a broken, his front wing end plate is missing. So that's the cause for him to be dropping down as Red Dog picks up a time penalty as well. So he makes a bit of contact there with Rainer Zufor. He's had a good recovery into P4. Lots of penalties though. So we've got over 10 drivers, over half the field have penalties, as Funfkulganais is getting nice and close to Cornet as they go up the back straight. He's able to get that done, so he moves past Cornet just before they go through the 130R. Can Cornet fight back? No, he can't. So even though he's on those 9-lap-old mediums, so his tyres are a lot older than Funfkulganais, and he goes into the lead. He doesn't have a penalty, So he's in a good position right now. Dommy Lee on those soft tyres, he does have a penalty. He's just trying to hang on to these front guys, these front two. Delta Lima's hanging in there as well, sort of just by himself. He's 2 seconds gap between him and Cool Beans. Henry Rogers is retired from the session.
Yeah.
So that's our third.
I think that we will see some discussions about that restart because it was a strange move by Cornet.
I think Kira in the background agrees as well with that one too. So we picked it up on the stream, so the stewards will be able to go through it, and I dare say there'll be plenty of discussion on the Discord after the race. But in the meantime, Frog the Bells just picked up a 3-second time penalty. Delta Lima! Oh no! Man. Oh, Delta Lima going through the two Degners. He's lost it. So he was on for a good result, but unfortunately he's dropped it through the Degners, and he's dropped all the way down.
Now.
Yeah, I think we were all cheering him on for a potential podium, but that's now gone. Cool Beans has picked up a penalty as well. So that's a very rare. Yeah, so that's a rare. Oh, that's a big Rainer Zufall going through the 130R. So he's out. God. Will we get a safety car? Yes, we will. So we've got a safety car, full course yellow. Frog LaBelle's just taking advantage. That was perfect time for him. So he's just pitted. I just picked up right at the very end of Rainer Zufall, so I don't know exactly what happened there. But I don't know if he made contact. Frog LaBelle's replacing his wing. So I don't know if that was, I don't know if he saw the safety car and went in. So Delta Lima, he's pitting as well. But it was too late for the front guys to take advantage of the safety car. That would have worked perfect for Cornet. We're lap 23 of 27. I think this safety car should be cleared. Oh, well, we're going to go around this lap and another.
Honestly, with all these penalties, the guys behind could take a great advantage from these safety cars.
Yeah, well, Exotic, he doesn't have a penalty. Neither does Righty Boy or Shieto. Mike Edwards, and then obviously Delta Lima, but he's down in P14 right now. Most important,
Righty Boy.
Yeah, without penalty in P10. So we've got him up on the screen there. So it's 3 seconds for Cornet and Dommy, 5 seconds for Cool Beans. It's 10 seconds for Will Ans, 3 seconds for Adamar, 5 seconds for Lasse Haverhals, and then 3 seconds for Big Boy, Red Dog, Frog LaBelle, and 5 seconds for George. So this man here will obviously know that there are penalties amongst the drivers chasing him down, so that makes him feel a little bit easier about his position. But yeah, Funf in the perfect position right now to take home yet another victory. So we'll see if Cornet is able to maintain a position on the podium. And Dommy Lee's had a cracking race, so qualifying didn't exactly go to plan for him, and he's just reserving this week for yourself and Oricale. So we'll see what he can achieve if he can get on the podium as well. We've got someone in the chat cheering on Shieto. He's down in P11 in the Alfa Romeo. He doesn't have any penalties. He's got 7 lap old mediums. So he's going alright. Delta Lima, what are you doing, son? So we need Delta Lima to get a very decent wriggle on here. If we want to go racing, we've got lap 24 of 27. We're under safety car. We don't want to go another lap. I really want to see this battle between Funf and Cornet and Dommy Lee at the front. I don't know about you, Giamma, but so let's hope this man on screen can get a wriggle on. Unfortunately, he's down in P15 after dropping it at the 2 Degners. So
he was doing an incredible race. Yeah, I think the best race that I've ever seen from my initial initial race here in SFR.
What, this race?
Yeah, from Delta Lima.
Yeah, from Delta Lima. Yeah, definitely. So he was right up there. He was right up there at Silverstone as well. So we've spoken a little bit about it. He's improved. I don't know what he's done different, but his driving skills are matching his editing skills as well. So if you haven't watched The Notebook and you're watching, Delta Lima does all the editing on there. Obviously, the league owner, Van Rocco, will host it, and sometimes he's in his van, sometimes he's in his at the kitchen bench. So he does an excellent job of running that. So we're going to go at least one more lap. This will be the final lap of the safety car. So that'll leave us 2 laps of full racing conditions before this one is finished. So currently, as it sits, it's Fünf Kugelnice out in front from Cornet from Domi Lee in P3. It's Cool Beans, Will Ans, Adamar, Lasse Haverhals, Exotic, Big Boy and Righty Boy rounding out the top 10. They're in the top 10, 8 of the top 10 drivers, 7 of the top 10 drivers all have penalties. I'm not going to try and work it all out now. Let's wait until the end of the race to see where it all filters out and who finishes where. I think George has got himself caught up in this front pack right now. So he's down in P16, but he's 4th on the track. He'll want to try and keep out of the way at this restart because he's definitely not involved. He's not racing these guys around him. He's actually technically last right now. We've had 4 DNFs. Rainer Zufor was the latest one. He was the one who triggered this safety car coming through the 130R. Henry Rogers, I think, had just a bit of a rage quit. And then Van Rocco, he triggered a safety car as well.
Righty Boy has won.
Oh, under safety car.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That's probably the worst possible time to... it's the most embarrassing, really. There's quite a few 5-second time penalties coming through there. Mike Edwards, Delta Lima, 20-second time penalty, ignoring yellow flag. Wow. All right. So Righty Boy's got 20 seconds worth of penalties. Will Ann's got 10 seconds worth of penalties. Okay.
Guys, what a race!
I don't know what's going on, but what I do know is we are about to go back racing for 2 laps under full racing conditions. So it's Fünf Kugelnice is going to lead us away for lap 26 to 27. Cornet is going to give him chase down the front straight. It's Domi Lee after that in P3. Cool Beans in P4 as we see George is ghosting out, thankfully. Will Ans in P5 there. Adamar coming through as well, so he's having a strong race. The 2 Husk drivers going at it. That's Lasse Haverhals in P7. Exotic in P8 as Lasse Haverhals trying to make it move. Oh! He loses it through the centre. S is under the restart. He's ghosted out, so he's going to drop all the way down into P15. That moves Big Boy 85 up into P8, so nice driving from him. Domi Lee and Cool Beans received more penalties as well for corner cutting. Shiedo's in up in P9. Delta Lima is already back in P10. He's pitted for a fresh set of softs, so he was on those hard tyres. So we'll see where he can come out. Exotic and Fünf Kugelnice, only drivers without penalties in the top 10. But it's this man here. He's pulled out a second gap already over Cornet. Domi Lee, can he give chase to Cornet? Let's check the penalties again. Domi Lee has 6 seconds worth of penalties. Cornet has 3 seconds. Coolbean 8 seconds. Will Ans 10 seconds. Frog LaBelle and Red Dog. Oh, Adamar.
Oh my God.
Look at these 4 drivers going at it. Fünf Kugelnice sets the fastest lap with a 1:28.2. Wow, we're on the final lap. This race has had a little bit of everything.
Sotic is going for a podium at the end with penalties and so on.
That would be amazing if Exotic can get on the podium as well. but he doesn't have any penalties. Neither does Funkulganice out in front. Just trying to pick up the last remaining bits of action in this one. So we're on the final lap. Funf is leading us away. Exotic is chasing down Will Ans in front of him. Yeah, let's see if Exotic can get on the podium here. He just needs to make sure he doesn't pick up a time penalty on this last lap to maximise his return. Adamar, he's down in P7, so he's had a good race. Delta Lima and Froglabal going at it through the hairpin. So Delta Lima up in 10th. We're going to have to wait until the race is
Side
finished.
by side, Delta!
So
My God.
I'm loving the passion, Giamma. I absolutely love it. This is fantastic. But it's this man, Funf Kulganice, has managed to keep himself out of all of the action that's happened behind him. He's remained penalty free. So Funf Kulganice takes home the Japanese Grand Prix for SFR. Cornet comes home in second on the track. So does Domi Lee, comes home in third. Coolbeans in fourth. We're going to have to wait for all the penalties to work themselves out. Willans drops down into P7. Adamar up into P5. Big Boy with a great finish in P6, and we'll go through the rest. So congratulations to Funf Kulganice for taking out the win. I think Cornet remains second and Domi Lee remains third. Cody's driver of the day is Domi Lee, and you know what? I would have to agree with that as well. Cracking drive there from the Englishman from Nemesis Racing League, filling in this week. What a race, Giamma. That was fantastic.
Yeah, incredible. I've seen Exotic
Exotic got
catch
the
third position.
Exotic got the podium. Well done to Exotic. Congratulations. So let's get these guys on the line for the party, and we'll do the post-race interview. So well done to Exotic. He remained. It's just that's the. All right, let's go. So I think I'm positive I've got Funf Kulganice. I've picked him up before. I think I've got Exotic as well. Where are we? Custom list. Here we go. Cornet. I've got Exotic. And I'm not. I'm just getting the and get back to the. I'll just quickly finish it off. I've added a couple of drivers so far, but that's our podium. So Funf, Cornet, and Exotic are the top three. Domi Lee's finished fourth. Adamar P5. Big Boy Froglabel, Coolbean Shadow Will Lands rounds out the top 10. Mike Edwards, Delta Lima just missed out on points. Red Dog, Righty Boy, Lassa Haverhals, George, Rainer Zufor, Rogers, Van Rocco, and Vit. Last position, DNF. But, well, alright, so let's get back. So, I'm positive I've got Funf Kulganice. I'm trying to add him to the party. I've sent invitations for the other two. So, we'll wait for them to jump in. Cornet is here. Giamma, do you want to do the interview? As I try and get Funf Kulganice.
Do the soft medium strategy, because I know that one of your skills is to the tire management. What do you think about the start of the race? The very start of the race, you mean? Yeah.
Oh, it was perfect. I overtook 3 or 4 people before turn 2. So it was a perfect start for me. First lap.
Can I ask why get position penalty?
At quali,
Because
I was on a hot lap. Red
exactly.
Dog just went out of the pit and stayed on the racing line. Didn't expect him to, and ran straight into him.
Okay. Was a pity.
Yeah.
And
But, hey, me too. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, it was a good drive from you, Cornet. So P2. Funf, if you're listening to the broadcast, I'll get to you in a second. But Yeah, so P2, were you? Did you have last week in mind? Last week wasn't the best race for you. You had the pace to contend for a podium, if not a win. Were you sort of thinking a little bit about that today? You wanted to try and make up for that?
I try to, but I know that Funf has a lot of pace.
Yeah.
So I was aiming for a podium because I started P8 because of the penalty.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll take a P2.
Is P2 worthy of some M&Ms today?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm getting some tomorrow.
What
I'm enjoying myself.
What's the flavour? Peanuts, or you go the normal, or what do you do?
The one with the peanuts, mate.
The peanuts, alright, love it. Alright, good talking to you. Congratulations on your P2 today, and we'll see you again.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you. Alright, so let's try and get Funf Kugelnice on the in the chat. Just give me 2 seconds. I think I sent a request to Exotic as well, so we'll see if he... he is. It's Brandon, isn't it? Yes. All right. So let me just hang on. Give me 2 seconds. There's Funf. All right. So I've sent a request to Funf Kugelnice. Brandon, Exotic, mate, cracking drive. You got on the podium. You remained penalty free. You kept yourself out of the way there. Walk us through it. How was qualifying, and how did you find the race?
Yeah, I'm really surprised I'm on the podium. I think I kind of just lucked out with all the time penalties, so I won't celebrate yet because I don't know what's going to be removed. Because I think a few were safety car penalties, so I don't know who hit who and whatnot, so I won't celebrate yet. But yeah, my qualifying didn't go too well. I only had my best lap was definitely my last lap, and I still wasn't happy with it. So I started P7 because of Cornet's penalty.
Yep.
And then straight into turn 1, I ran right into the back of my teammate, like I did in NRL several weeks ago, and broke my wing. So the first stint was absolutely awful. And then when I pitted, I came out about 10 seconds behind Delta, who I was about 2 or 3 seconds behind before the safety car. And at that point, I was just trying to stay penalty free, just in case there was a safety car, and I lucked out and we got a safety car, and I was back in the race.
Yeah, well, you did fantastic, mate. And your driving, the level of your driving, from the time that I've watched you, is definitely has come a long way. Well, it's improved. I'm not saying come a long way because you were already pretty good. You had some good battles there with I think Cornet might have been coming through there as well. So you were just sort of trying to keep it pretty clean there. You didn't fight too hard. You were playing more the long game. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah, I think I was fighting Reiner.
Yep.
I was behind Big Boy for a while because he started on the mediums. I think he had a spin or an off somewhere because I caught up to him in the Degners.
Yeah.
And he was just coming back on the track. So I don't know. I'm not sure what happened to him, but I was behind him for a few laps. And then there was Reiner, and I actually watched Reiner get smacked off the road. So I have footage for his report. I saw it's already in there.
Was that through the one? Was that through the 130R, the one that sparked the safety car?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. All right. Well, you can submit that. And I reckon your podium will stay. There's a lot of stuff that was going on behind you, and people running into each other. So fingers crossed that you keep it. But well done, mate. Congratulations, Giamma. Did you have anything you wanted to ask Exotic?
How was the final lap under pressure, looking at the time, penalties of the other drivers, and Atomar that was pushing you so hard? So
yeah, I was kind of afraid. I was kind of afraid that because Atomar definitely looked down my inside into the hairpin. I was kind of afraid he might send it a little bit. But he didn't. I was mostly just trying to keep up with Will, and I think not Righty Boy. I think it was Cool Beans that had 8 seconds in front of me. I just wanted to make sure I stayed in between those two, kept up with those two, because I couldn't see P1, 2, and 3. They were gone. I couldn't see them on my board, so I had no idea I had a podium. I was just trying not to get a penalty, and stayed clean and locked out.
Cool.
Yeah. Congrats, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well done. Awesome work. All right. So I think we have our race winner, Funf Kurganais, on the line. Are you there?
Yeah, of course I'm here. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, how are you going? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, congratulations. Sorry to Exotic 2.
Yeah, he got his podium. Looked like he did that pretty easy today.
It just looked like that because in qualifying I had the luck that Henry was able to drive another lap, so I was able to keep the pole position.
Yeah.
And the race, he had problems in the first sector. He was very slow there.
In qualifying, do you mean, or in the race?
In the race, he was very slow in the first sector.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It was quite fun this race.
And so Giamma is commentating with me today. So he said that your time was, what was it, Giamma? 26.1, I think, and we said will we get into the, no, it was a 26 flat, I think, from memory, and we're talking about
exactly.
would you get into the 25? So Giamma was cheering you on in the commentary box to get the 25s. Unfortunately, you didn't quite get there. You almost got there. So walk us through your race. We didn't really see too much of you on the stream, I'll admit. You were a fair way in front of the rest of the field most of the time. So were you battling with anyone along the way, and what were you sort of thinking I think we had 3 safety cars, so that's probably the most we've ever had in SFR before. What was running through your mind?
First of all, I just had one fight that was with corner to 130R.
Yep.
Overtook him right before the corner.
Yeah.
And then, the safety cars they were just stressful because you have to think about what you do and strategy, things like will I go into the pits again or will I drive through like Corner did? And that's just things that stress your mind and you're just thinking about it and you have to concentrate again on the driving. It's sometimes difficult. And I mean, then the first restart was a little bit slow from corner, but was fair.
Yeah.
I mean, 80 kilometers per hour is absolutely okay. And he did a good restart. So good job to him.
Next step is to hire an engineer so you can focus on the race.
Yeah, I mean, I had an engineer in this race.
Oh, you had an engineer this race?
Yeah, of course. He will listen to the stream. I think I should say hello. Hi, Daniel. He's my engineer for the race. He watched the race and then say me things like, the car behind has a 3-second time limit.
Okay.
So that's nice, aren't it?
Okay, cool. And is your dad watching today?
Yeah, of course, my dad is watching.
You want to say? Well, you better say hello to him then. You better say hello to Mr. Funf Guggenheim.
Yeah, hello, Papa. The win was for you. The win was for Daniel, and the win was for my teammate who wasn't able to drive today for tribal.
Nice work. Love it. All right. Giamma, did you have anything else that you wanted to ask Funf before we go?
No. I just wanted to ask Funf if you would like to give me some lessons, so maybe I can reach the level of Oracle.
Man, I have to give lessons to tribal too. It's too much. But if you want to, we can drive in the lobby.
Hey, I tell you what, but with all these people wanting to get lessons from you, it could be a money making scheme in this. You could start charging for your services. So keep that in mind. So, but once again, congratulations. Well done on your victory today.
Awesome race, mate, as always.
Yeah, and then next week, where are we? Next week, we're in
Baku.
No,
nice.
Is it Baku next week? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that'll be fun. That's the what do they call it? The Monaco of the Middle East. So I think NRL raced there a couple of weeks ago, and it was pretty action packed. So we'll see what happens next week. But congratulations, Funf, on another victory, and good luck for next week.
Thank you for commentating.
No worries. Thank you. My pleasure. All right. Well, that's pretty much it, Jama. Do you have any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
I'm destroyed about the Delta Lima incident. So it's incredible because I know him. I know the passion that he and Morocco put in the SFR. So I would like in the future to see him near the podium. And that's my final thought.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think I share that sentiment as well. So, bit of bad luck today for Delta Lima, but he was definitely up there. So maybe in the coming races we might see a podium. I say it's probably not too far away. So, but it's tough though. We got some super fast drivers in this league, so it makes it pretty difficult. So, so I just wanted to say thanks to Van Rocco for letting me fill in for Ben. So hopefully he's got all his studies done and he can come back next week. And it was an absolute pleasure to commentate with you, Jama. I had a lot of fun, even though it was a 3:45 a.m. wake up call. It's not a bad way to start a Monday. So to everyone watching, thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekends, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks. Very beautiful to commentate.
My pleasure. Thank you.